Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone goal.
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Want to remind you about our friends over at Ochsner. Not sure where to go when you're not feeling your best? Ochsner makes it simple. The right care, the right place. So you can use Ochsner's 24/7 symptom checker at ochsner.org/findcare. Enter a few quick questions and get directed to the care that you need. So for checkups and ongoing care, that's primary care. For things like sprains, fevers, or minor injuries, urgent care has you covered with walk-ins and extended hours. And for anything severe or life-threatening, you obviously head straight to the emergency room or call 911. Remember, you can connect with your provider with virtual visits anytime through the My Ochsner app. The My Ochsner app is an incredible tool for you. We've been telling you about that over the last couple of months. So you can visit ochsner.org, find that right care, the right place, the right time. Ochsner Health, here to get you the right care. Ochsner.org. We're going to have a mock draft on Monday.
Oh.
We are
Little
going.
OTB mock draft.
We are.
And cannot trade.
No. You cannot trade.
That's all I want to do. Perfect. I'm excited.
So I guess we'll each have 8 picks. We're going to randomize who has pick 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think you randomize, spin a wheel. We love a wheel around here.
We do love a wheel.
To see who gets the first overall pick, second, third,
Ooh.
fourth.
So like that day, so Monday.
Oh, should we do that?
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Ooh,
I'll be shooting from the hip big time.
No, I like that. Like we can put 4 names, and let's say like Alondra gets the first. I'll just take her name off the wheel and spin again, which is 3 of us.
Right.
Okay.
And then in the next
the
segment, we
draft
start
order.
the draft.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hello.
I wonder who the number 1 pick's going to be. Ooh.
I don't know. It's a good question.
I like it so much better when we don't know.
I don't know. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And it'll probably be more accurate than Mel Kiper's.
Well,
I mean, come on, Matt.
that guy loves Shooter Sanders. Still does.
Still frustrated.
Sanders graded
All
out
right.
at 44.6%.
He's a
last
Pro
year.
Bowler, bud.
It's true. It's very true.
Look at your watch. Does he do that? Right here? Was it with the fist pointed, like the fingers pointed to him? He looks at his watch, right?
Yes. Have you ever seen a player's
But isn't the watch on the back side of your arm?
card value
Yeah,
go
make that
up
make sense
to
to
a
me.
player that didn't play well?
Yeah, make this make sense to me. Shedeur Sanders' card value is more than Tyler Shuck's.
Yep.
Guy might not even be the starter next year.
I don't think he is going to be the starter next year.
I mean,
As
that's-
wild as this is
Is
to
it going to be
say,
Deshaun Watson?
every single person in Cleveland is like all of a sudden pushing Deshaun Watson again. That's what everybody's like.
Well, I mean, they
Gabriel,
are paying.
Sanders.
They're paying him.
$250 million.
yeah.
He's the best. He's the most talented of that group.
Quarter Billy.
Now you got to get that out of him. That's Todd Monken's job to do. He did say that Shooter Sanders has been around the facility. He said Dylan Gabriel has not. So has not seen him.
Mhm.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's
Now
a bad look.
it wasn't. You didn't have OTAs or anything. It's just like
Oh.
you go to the facility because you live there. Like we lived in San Diego, so we would go up to the facility and
Oh, I never went to the
March.
facility until like the.
well, you're in Green Bay. Why would you go
Until-
there
yeah.
early?
I think they started.
They're in Cleveland.
Did they start voluntary workouts?
Touche.
Yeah.
Was that this week they started the voluntary workouts?
Yeah.
He's there for that.
Well, because
Yeah,
if you have a new coach,
Right.
you can start early. Like the Ravens and the Browns, all these teams with new coaches, you get to start early.
Okay.
Like the Broncos don't start until like mid-May. Sean Payton's like, I don't need to see y'all.
Yeah, I take that back. Like, who cares if Dylan Gabriel's not there during the offseason? Like
Well,
nobody.
he was just saying, like,
there was like 5 of
He
us
was just
there.
saying like Shadur Sanders was there and like met with the new staff, the new coaches, was throwing and stuff, and he said he didn't say it like in a totally negative way. He goes, I just hadn't seen Dylan Gabriel.
Can't even look at your clock this way.
He's showing you the clock, I guess.
Showing you what time it is.
Yeah, Shadur time.
Shadur time.
Who's now wearing number 2?
He moved. He changed from 12 to 2.
Is the rule still in place where you have to buy all your jerseys up like it
I
used
think
to
so.
be?
Yeah.
They made LeBron do it.
Well, that's always been a rule. If you were a top jersey sale and you changed your number, you had to buy the inventory from the NFL. So when I changed from 40 to 22, I had to buy 4 or 5 jerseys. And they were all the ones my mom probably got customized.
Doug Baldwin gave me 15 when I went to Seattle.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
What Doug switched to?
89, right?
89. Yeah.
I thought that's what I thought that's what he always wore.
Yeah.
He wore 15 as
He
rookie.
just
year.
gave it to you?
I didn't realize
Uh-huh.
that.
Good on him.
Doug's a good dude. I love Doug.
What's Dougie up to?
Doug was not real happy
No.
when I wasn't the quarterback.
No.
He didn't show it with his play though. He was a damn good player.
He was a really good player.
He was the epitome of like chip on your shoulder guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to Denver, Tracy Porter had number 22.
Ah.
Yeah. He had 22, so I was like, I'm a meathead. 22 plus 18 is 40.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there he is. Doug Baldwin 15.
Oh, what a bad helmet.
I think I was on Trace. I think Trace
Those
Porter was
uniforms
with the
were
Raiders.
bad.
Those were bad.
Those are bad. They're bad uniforms.
I remember that year though. That was 2011, and they were like, I remember watching a primetime game with Seattle, and they're like, watch these defensive backs play. They're young. They're all like first year guys or whatever. They're super young. He's like, next year is really going to be the year, and that was 2012 when they switched the uniforms.
Yeah.
That was the year I was there, and it was
Yeah.
like that was Legion of.
That was your selling point to me to come on a free agent visit. You're like, dude, we got these sweet new uniforms. All right, bro.
They weren't that cool.
Always thought Doug was underrated.
He was for sure. A career
Doug.
cut too short by his own
Teammate.
decision. Hey, I got some little info for you.
All right.
You know how we got in a little heated discussion earlier.
About what?
How bad golf stinks.
Oh, yeah, golf and soccer, yeah.
Yep. How golf is amazing, and soccer is actually the one that stinks. And you are willing to place a little wager.
I am.
I think I might take that wager because I got some new information sent to me.
By who?
I don't know if y'all have heard of him. His name's Hunt Palmer.
Oh, my God. You think I'm going to believe anything that Hunt says about golf and soccer?
Well, he sent me sources.
I don't care what Hunt did.
Last year, during the Masters, there was an average of 12.7 million viewers for the Masters.
Yeah.
And at the peak time, during like the last hour, Rory winning, blah, 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 19.5 million.
I'm just letting you know, I know already how bad I'm going to crap on this. So go ahead.
Okay,
though.
good. There was the last time the USA, last World Cup,
Yeah.
in Qatar,
Yeah. What time did those games start?
the average was 11.71 million.
What time did those games start?
11.71 million.
And I believe the bet was this World Cup to this Masters.
I'm just telling you historical data.
So the matches that are actually when everyone is awake and not sleeping are going to crush 12.7 million.
Bro, this ain't a wrestling event. You don't
It's
have to lean
not
forward. To
going to be close.
argue.
I bet Hunt has a green polo on today too.
He did yesterday.
Oh my God.
So Sam, historical data.
Oh, that's actually like that actually helps me out so much because it being that close when the games were like at 7 a.m.
This doesn't say just like U.S. TV ratings.
Well, and Matt, you know
Oh,
what
that's not worldwide, bro. I promise you.
That's
that.
the U.S. matches. Though.
We're gonna have to put on the World Cup in here when it starts.
Well, no, it's not gonna. It's gonna be normal time because it's in our country.
Oh, yeah. True.
Yeah.
Because I was like, we're giving the Masters a view right now.
Yeah. Oh,
You
true.
got to give the World Cup a view.
I might watch.
I bet home felt so good when he sent that.
I might watch, but there's probably a rerun of Shark Tank on.
I do love a good Shark Tank.
They show the hell out of some reruns too. My God, it's always on. NBC, CNBC. Dun 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 dun
Oh,
dun
wait,
dun.
who's this guy with the black gloves?
Ooh,
Double gloves.
It's Ray.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
He's in red numbers though. Who's this fella?
I don't know. It's a hell of a shot he just had. My God.
It's the double gloves.
It's a double black gloves like he's about to give you a shave. My God.
I've gone double
Is this-
glove before, but they're usually it's during rain. They're like rain gloves.
Let me ask you this. Final round of the Masters or final stage of the Tour de France?
I don't really watch the final stage of the Tour de France.
Oh.
Because it's already decided at that
France.
point. France. Le Tour. Because it's already decided at that point,
Well,
pretty
you know
much.
what I mean. Okay, the peak of the peak.
The final, the Augusta.
Okay.
Augusta. Now, both are great background fodder noise. But the tour is decided like over multiple days. So like multiple days. I know the Masters is 4 days, but Tour de France is 3 weeks. So there are some exciting times though in the mountains, but it takes so long. The Masters for sure. That's not close. Aaron Ray is his name.
Classic Aaron.
Classic Aaron.
Double gloved.
OAR.
Lather. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, joins us here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GCOPnet.com, GCOPnet.com, Gulf Coast Office Products, your leader in office solutions. 4 locations here in Louisiana, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Mandeville, and Lafayette. And they are, well, a company that can handle anything. All the bells, all the whistles, any new technology, new equipment, they've got it. But the cool part about it is, and they stand by this, when you call one of those locations, the person you talk to is going to be the person that helps you. They don't transfer you. They don't give you an answering service. It is the biggest company that you can imagine in the office solutions game, right? But with that down home, incredible, elite customer service of somebody's going to help you today. Go to GCOPnet.com.
Yeah, and it's their award-winning technical support team too that like sets them apart. Because if you work in an office, when that equipment goes down, that paper trail starts like business halts. Like you can't do anything. Their award-winning service team will come out and get you back up and running fast. It's GCOPnet.com.
Everybody get up.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
You are as gullible on a fake story as anybody, Matthew.
Like, you're trying to deny, but you fell for it.
You
And I
are.
had to be like, no, Richard Johnson sounds like a fake name. Richard Johnson's not real. And then I looked at his profile and it said satire.
Yeah, like his
He
name's,
thought Dianna Russini issued an apology.
his name's Dick
No, I
Johnson.
said, hey, look,
I mean,
I
that's,
saw
that's
something.
No, you
This
like
guy.
fully thought.
I saw
Nope,
something.
Sorry, you believed it.
I wanted to believe it.
Yeah.
Richard Johnson didn't give
I
it
can't
away
wait
for
to
him.
get Dev's
DJ.
take on Vrabes and what's going on. Our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo. What's up, Dev?
What's
How you
happening?
doing, brother?
Hey, not a lot. Hey, Richard Johnson talking about on Twitter?
Yeah.
Dude, come on, man. That's
It literally
old
says
news.
satire on the thing.
Dude,
that guy's constantly breaking. That's what he does. It's a gray haired guy. Picture
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
gray
He's a
haired
gray-haired guy, yeah.
Clearly AI.
Yeah.
Guy's elite.
Oh yeah.
He gets
He's
all
been
the
on
good
Twitter
stuff.
forever. Yeah.
He got a lot of followers.
Hey, can you imagine how bad Flynn is right now, Dev? When he's like 70, they are going to scam him so many times through email, through text, through phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to get got.
Yeah, Flynn reminds me of my grandma. She gave somebody like $10,000 on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? My dad was like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
I'm going to have so much investments in real gold. It's going to be ridiculous. Never did see it, but I'll be invested in it.
Man, I mean, Dev, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I mean, it's, the pictures, the people talking about it. I know they denied it already. And look, I mean, the Patriots can't get real mad. I mean, their owner, he's dabbled. He's had some extracurriculars as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is light work compared to the past. This is normal stuff right here, dude. I think everybody's just gonna move on.
I know.
It's light work.
I know. Dev, how's the card game, brother? We've been noticing. Been doing some card breaks, had some different ones.
Well, Archie.
He's got the itch.
Hey, just know that I put in my time and I earned it. You know what I'm saying? Because I ripped so many packs, man, so many packs, and even when I got that silhouette box, I felt like, dude, this has to be it. This, you know what I'm saying? $500 box or whatever it is, and second card out the box, Archman and out of 25 autograph. I already sent it to PSA. It's over with.
You'll get it back in August? Maybe October?
Just in time. just in time.
I just sent in a bunch of cards, and it's like, oh, thanks for – this was like 3 weeks ago. I got the confirmation. We received everything. Here's your due date's like September 18th. I'm like, oh, tight.
And then I pulled this Rey Mysterio the other day. This is out of 10, this Rey Mysterio.
Oh,
Don't
nice.
sleep on the wrestling cards, dude. They're a huge market right now.
619, Rey Mysterio.
I've been into the Star Wars cards recently.
Oh, yeah, you have.
Pulled an out of 25 Darth Maul recently.
Sure.
That's sick.
That was sweet. That was nice. That was a good
That
one.
is tight. You talking about at the Topps Chrome Star Wars or whatever?
Yeah, this one was out of Galaxy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually kind of been fun. It's been a nice little change of pace from the NFL stuff.
Yeah. Good for you.
Dude, they got cards for everything.
They do.
I mean, I saw cards for Mafia, like famous Mafia people.
You want that Al Capone 101, huh?
Bro, that's the first thing I thought. I was like, give me that Al Capone signed. I don't know how you got it signed, but that's what I need.
Game worn gangster
Al
suit.
Capone, super
Got the
fracture.
pinstripe.
From the Valentine's Day massacre.
Well, I saw a card pulled recently, Dev. It was one of these big breakers that I get fed their videos and then pulling all these cards that'll just make you frustrated. They pulled a card. It was signed by George Washington and Benjamin Franklin.
No way.
Yeah, it was a quad auto, and I'm like, where did you get this from? The Declaration of Independence? Like, where? How did you get this card? It was
dude, the YouTube breakers, bro. Man, they made me so mad because they have so much product, bro, and they don't even know it. They don't even know it, man. They don't even know like the product. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody knows George Washington, though.
Yeah,
that was a big one.
sure.
That's a big auto
He's
to pull.
surely one of one.
He's not signing
He's the
anymore.
first one. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a rare one. Deb, what's been going on in spread quarters? Obviously, it's not football season for the Saints. The Pelicans, they're fighting hard. They're playing hard, but they're still the Pelicans. Were they 2-8 in their last 10 games? So kind of what's been the main conversation in spread quarters?
Yeah, your biggest takeaway from that was Fia's 40-point game.
Yeah.
Because, that dude's looked phenomenal. But, yeah, no, last episode of HCM Live on Sunday, the whole episode we talked about the moon. The whole episode. Yeah. Oh, man.
That was incredible.
Dude, nobody, not one caller that called in believed that we've been on the moon. And what was it, 69 or 72 or whatever? Yeah, none of them believe it, which is crazy because this reminds me of how people feel about Drake now. Same thing. Like, I remember when everybody was bumping Drake. I don't care who you knew. Everybody was bumping him, right? Same thing growing up. There was never a moment where somebody tapped me on the shoulder and was like, you know what, man? I don't think we went to the moon. I just don't think. It didn't happen until YouTube got, super, prevalent and stuff like that. Yeah. And now nobody believes that we went to the moon. It's crazy.
Real, it's crazy. Like, it's certainly a popular opinion right now. But if you think about it, like truly think about it, I just assumed we weren't going to the moon anymore because we didn't want to. There wasn't anything left to explore. But then in 2026, nearly 60 years after we were supposedly on the moon, we're all of a sudden got to take another trip up there to test some things out to see if we can land on the moon on another mission in 2028. We've already done it. The technology's there, apparently. So if you've done it, why do you need to do this little tester flight?
They did the tester things before they went to the moon originally. Like they had, I think, what was the moon? Apollo 11? They did 9 and 10 before. And I don't remember the results. I think some of them were tragic. But they always tested. Yeah, they wanted to go look at the moon. Just check on it.
Just check on it. See what's happening. See if our calculations are accurate.
It's pretty crazy. The craziest parts today, though, when they breaking back into the Earth. Dude, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
Space is nuts. It's crazy.
Do you
Man. I
think
can talk
if-
about it for hours.
You think if the technology was there later in life, that people were commonly going into outer space, and it was semi-affordable, would you ever want to go to outer space?
No,
No, that's a good
dude.
answer.
I don't want to fly to New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, getting in space is crazy. Dude, space is so 50-50. That's one thing we know, right? Like, it's pretty much 50-50. They even talking about it on the radio today. Yeah, they got to get them all. They got to get all 4 of them back, all healthy and, breaking into the earth. It could be a disaster. I'm like, dude, couldn't be me, bro. No way.
Dev, the meteors that hit the moon that create they go 450,000 miles per hour. Think about it. How are you going to build a colony on the moon when you got rocks peppering you at 450,000 miles an hour?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to build a great base. You'd have to, you know what I'm saying? You'd have to have some defenders. I don't know, dude. It's gonna happen one day. Somebody's gonna live on some planet. I don't know which one it's gonna be, or the moon, whatever. Somebody's gonna live. Somebody's gonna do it. We all gonna be gone now.
You think we're alone?
No, because space is so deep, right? How far have we ventured into space?
Not very far.
Yeah, space is deep. Same thing with the water, dude. We don't know nothing. When's the last time you heard them find a pirate ship? Bro, there was pirates everywhere. We don't find no pirate ships. Nobody can find no pirate
That's a
ships.
good point. I hadn't thought about that one.
Where they at? All
But
the
you're
gold.
Yep.
And we were told our whole life, bro. Pirates, gold.
Spanish gold, yep.
Yeah, rum, all that stuff. Where's it at? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
We're only a grain of sand.
Solid point. Dev, I got to ask you how you're feeling about pick number 8, New Orleans Saints.
I think it comes down to like 4 guys.
I think it does. I think the Saints are going to get a great player. I think they're going to have an option to get a great player. Like someone really good is going to fall to them. All Mickey's got to do is be patient.
Yeah, and for me, like, I got to put Caleb Downs, now that we getting so close a couple of weeks, I got to put Caleb Downs as the one if he falls, right? Just because, like, that dude's a difference maker, right? Like, come on, man. Like, it don't even matter if we need him or not. He's going to bring, like, that new era of Saints defensive football that we really need. So I hope he falls, man. I see some mocks got Ruben Bain falling.
Yep. Yeah, because he's got under 31-inch arms, and everybody's scared of that.
T-Rex.
So let me ask you this. If it's Caleb Downs, Ruben Bain, Mansour Delane, and Sonny Styles all there, all 4 guys are available, who you going with?
Caleb Downs. Gotta be. Because, all right, so Sonny Styles for me, like, it's just not certain enough for me. As far as like how he's going to play in the NFL, where he's going to play, whatever, right? So I like the idea of Caleb Downs more because he's an immediate impact. He's an immediate impact, man. He played great ball his whole college career. So, and I don't know, man. It's just the Ruben Bain thing kind of does freak me out. I don't think it freaks me out as much as like most people talk about it. I still think he's a great player. We watched him. I mean, look at him in the playoffs. But that other dude on the other side of him was really good too. Yeah.
Yeah. He was.
So I don't know when he's projected to go. Got to be in the first round now.
Yeah. He's going to be 12 to Dallas, 15 to Tampa, maybe 20 to Dallas. A lot of mock drafts have him there. So probably not where the Saints are picking, but a little bit after.
And then Delane, I don't know. I don't really have any reason why I wouldn't want Delane. I would definitely be happy.
Yeah. That's kind of my point. I think the Saints, regardless, are going to get a great player.
Yeah.
There's going to be somebody really good available. And all Mickey, again, has to do, I think, is be patient. Don't move up. A great player is going to fall to you in a position of need.
And I think that they can wait till the second round on the receiver.
I
really do.
I think 42 is going to have a receiver. I don't love a receiver in the top 10 in this draft. I don't think there's a top 10 receiver in this draft.
Right. It's like, how much more do you love Jordan Tyson than the dude from Louisville? By the way, both of them kind of, went through injuries. So how much more do you love him than the dude from Louisville? I watched one of his games last year. That dude had like, I forget how many yards it was. It was a night game.
Yeah.
He had like 3 or 4 touchdowns. It was nuts, dude.
Yeah, and your quarterback obviously has a rapport with him.
Facts. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, it's going to be after the first pick, because we all know he's going to go the first pick. After that, maybe get some intrigue.
Yeah, and look, dude, like the Saints, not only just the receiver position, but the Saints got to fill that linebacker position too. Or somebody to put on side of Caden Ellis, or they got it. I think that dude out of Texas, that's another one
Anthony
you
Hill
watch
Jr.
out. Watch out for him in the second round if he's there.
Yeah, he could be there at 42.
Yeah.
Be there. Right, Flynn?
Anyway,
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, he'll be there 42, no doubt.
about to go to the Hondo Rodeo this weekend, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Creed,
we,
baby.
We got a lot of our listeners that are going to be out there. They won tickets. Tell us, Creed, obviously, right?
Yeah, I went out there I went to the Superdome yesterday and walked around and saw the whole setup and everything. It's crazy, dude. Like, it's you could just tell it's like people are gonna be cutting up. They got floor suites that are in the dirt. They in the dirt where the Bulls are and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm thinking to myself, dude, somebody from the West Bank or something, they're gonna flip over that. They're gonna flip over that rail.
Yeah.
How are you gonna take it in? You just be walking around, you got some nice seats. What are we doing?
I'm like in the corner, like on the where the floor suites are. I'm in the dirt, dude. I'm ready. I'm ready. I got to get a cowboy hat. I've never dressed up as a cowboy, but I think I'm. I don't know if I'm gonna go full cowboy, but I'm definitely gonna respect whatever they got going on in the Bull Riding Association.
Little hat tip towards it. What are you most excited about at the rodeo? 'Cause I know what I would be most excited about, which is Creed, but I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited about the Bulls, dude. I'm serious. I've never seen that, dude. I don't know if I've ever seen a bull. I don't think
there weren't too many of those in Chalmette, you're saying?
Yeah, like unless it was like a cow bull mix or something, a cow bull. But other than that, I don't think I've seen many bulls. So I'm excited to see the Bulls go rambunctious. And I mean, dude, you got to figure, man, they're gonna be hitting the ground hard. Them bulls are crazy, man.
I would love to see a bull in the wild in Chalmette.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a bull.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find one.
Oh, that's
Easy.
awesome. All right, Dev, man, we appreciate you. Glad to have you on here on this Friday. Looking forward to have you on Fridays. And enjoy the rodeo, sir.
All right, yeah, y'all take care. Have a good one.
All right, our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo. Going to have some good content, I think, from the old rodeo.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No question. Hey, it looks good on FaceTime, too.
It does. It looks great. Alondra, I'm going to ask you this question. How far should Dev go down the cowboy road?
What do you mean?
He said he was.
I think he should get on a bull.
He said he was like maybe going to wear like a cowboy hat.
Yeah, he should totally do
So
it.
just like a cowboy hat.
He should cowboy hat, maybe some Wranglers or Wrangler looking jeans if he's got some.
It's hard to go
I
partial
don't know
cowboy.
if he has boots. Yeah, obviously go all in.
It's hard to go partial cowboy.
Yeah.
I mean, you could. You
Like,
could.
you got to be at least 50%. Like, you don't have to wear with boots, but as long as you got maybe some jeans and a hat.
I mean, I think if you're wearing a cowboy hat, you have to wear boots. You can't.
I think so too.
But
like
if you have
sneakers with a
boots,
hat, yeah.
but if you have boots, you don't have to wear a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
But I
I've
think
seen
you
plenty
would
of
look.
people that have boots that just have like a a trucker hat.
I think you would look super silly if you had a cowboy hat on and like some sneakers or something.
Yeah.
You don't want your Nike dunks with your.
That'd
with your
be a
cowboy hat.
Shalmation cowboy.
Yeah, you don't want
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's kind of wild. He's like I don't think I've ever seen a bull like where we grew up.
We used to go to Gerald, Texas, and go to like amateur.
Yeah.
When we were in high school, one of my friends, he would get on, and he was like a bull rider.
Yeah.
And we would go all the time, and they would let you stand by the chutes if you knew somebody that was riding the bull. So we'd go stand by the chutes, and there was one time he got on the bull in the chute. Mind you, this is like an amateur, like dirt little in the middle of Gerald, and it's tiny, and so he gets in the chute, gets on the bull. The bull starts bucking while it's still in the chute, shatters his ankle.
Oh.
It was like, and we were just like, whoa.
That's not
awful.
supposed to point that way.
No, it was. We had to take him to the hospital, obviously.
Yeah, that's not good.
That was like the most Texan thing I've ever done in my life, ever.
Yo,
We used to go every weekend.
I used to love going to the Stonewall Rodeo
Yeah.
in Stonewall, Louisiana. It was great.
y'all remember the scene from Kingpin?
I haven't seen that movie in a minute.
When
It's been a long
Roy
time
Munson
since I've
is
seen
pretending to be
Kingpin.
Amish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wakes
I
up
mean,
Starting to
early,
ring a bell.
the bull.
try to impress. He's like, yeah, well, milk the cow.
I milked it.
Like, we don't have a cow.
Got a bull.
We got a bull. I'm not going to give you the context, but it's a funny scene.
I think our listeners are smart enough to know.
Yep.
All right. We will step away. When we come back, we'll give you our last kind of preview of the LSU baseball series, heading to Oxford, Mississippi to take on the old Rebs there in Swayze Field. We'll give you one last look, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com, the website for Russell Pool
And
Company. Jackknife. Anybody else?
Flying squirrel.
Belly flop.
There you go. Belly flop. No pressure, Taylor. No pressure.
What are we just naming? What are we naming?
I was big on just a pencil.
RussellPools.com.
Just an old pencil.
RussellPools.com is the website. Go there today. They're going to build your dream pool in your backyard. And look, maybe you don't know your dream. Maybe like you think you do, but they're going to help you out because they've done so many dream pools, so many custom pools here in the area. Go to RussellPools.com.
Sorry, RussellPools.com. You can see a lot of the work that they have done. They can literally do anything. Anything you can dream, they can do. Hey, and if it's not that much, if it's just a square pool, maybe it's a circle pool, it doesn't really matter. Resort style, they can do it all. You got 2 landscape architects on staff right there, so they can take your dream from to absolute reality, and the best in the business when it comes to that custom pool. RussellPools.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
See you walking around like it's a funeral. Not so serious, girl, why those feet cold? We just getting started, don't you tiptoe. Waste time with the masterpiece, to waste time with the masterpiece. You should be rolling me, you should be rolling me. You're a real life fantasy, you're a real life fantasy. But you're moving so carefully, let's start living dangerously. Talk to me, baby. I'm going up on this sweet, sweet baby. Whoa. Let's lose our minds and go crazy, crazy. Keep on hoping we'll be cake by the ocean.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Rejuve-Me. Rejuve-Me Medical is the website. 13 locations throughout Louisiana. Got one in Mississippi as well. If you want to feel like your youthful self again, if you want to have that quick first step again, if you want to have some energy throughout the day, go see our friends over at Rejuve-Me, RejuveMeMedical.com.
Yeah, they have a lot of different services, whether it's weight loss, whether it's cosmetics, whether it's peptides, but like hormone replacement therapy. We're talking about testosterone. Louisiana's leader for the last 10 years. We all know it used to have like a negative connotation, but it's not. When you go to Rejuve Medical, everything is medically supervised, and it's not about being like high test, bro. It's about being just at the normal levels. It's about being right for your age, having that energy you're supposed to have. So go check them out. It's not a don't be intimidated by it. Start a conversation. You might not even need it, and they'll tell you that straight to your face. It doesn't really matter. Go check them out. Louisiana's leader for hormone replacement therapy for 10 years. RejuveMeMedical.com.
All right, LSU baseball heading to Oxford, Mississippi to take on Ole Miss. You're going to have 6:30 tonight, 4 p.m. on Saturday, 1:30 on Sunday. You look at the pitching matchup. You have got Casey Evans for LSU, Hunter Elliott for Ole Miss on Friday. On Saturday, it is William Schmidt for LSU. It's going to be Cade Townsend for Ole Miss. And then Sunday, probably a little TBD for LSU. And then Rab's going to go for Ole Miss. Jay Johnson joined us yesterday, mentioned the pitching staff for Ole Miss, had a lot of respect for them, said it might be the best that they face in the totality all year long. So it's going to be tough for the Tigers. Push cross runs. Pitchers certainly going to have to do their job. He mentioned the ballpark and how it plays. He plays a lot like Tennessee. Now, I will say this, that behooved LSU. They had a lot of fun in the ballpark there in Knoxville. So, it's a good opportunity for them as well. And, we'll see how they play it with a guy like Zach Cowan. Is it going to be Schmidt and Cowan on Saturday? You hope Casey Evans goes deep into Friday night so you can save some of that bullpen, certainly when you have a TBD situation on Sunday. So we'll see if it's Grant Fontenot who rolls out there first on Sunday, how it all plays out. Jay, a lot of times, even if he has a plan for Sunday, depending on how Friday and Saturday are going, then he'll use one of the guys he had planned for Sunday to win a game on Friday and Saturday. So look, it's a series that's not going to be easy. So I don't want it to make it sound like that, but Ole Miss is towards the bottom of the SEC baseball standings. Now, they've played better as of late, like you have, but it's a winnable series, and you want 2 of 3 on the road against a team like Ole Miss. If you do that, you win 3 straight series, back-to-back road series, and you're heading in the right direction.
That's right. Yeah, well, Ole Miss is a good baseball team. They play in the SEC, so, they have that. So it's a little bit challenged. But they did just beat Florida in a weekend series in Gainesville. So they went on the road to beat Florida. But the weekend before that, they get swept at home against Mississippi State. So they are beatable. But like Jay said yesterday, it's going to be the toughest pitching matchup that his team has faced thus far. But when you score, the last 3 Sundays, when you're scoring 16, 17 runs per, when you're putting up football numbers on your Sunday, you know that you got the ability to overcome any pitching. So they just got to do it. They got to go and play well. The guys that are hot need to stay hot, and some of the guys that have been not so hot need to find their rhythm. It's time to keep it rolling. So, as much question marks have been surrounding this team throughout the year, I think those question marks are still there, but they found ways to win 2 in a row weekend series in the SEC. So those question marks, they haven't really been answered. They're still making mistakes in the field. They still kind of hit these lulls on offense. Your bullpen has been good at times and not so good at times. Just lost to Bethune-Cookman. So there's good question marks are still there, but you're finding ways to win in the SEC. So hopefully they can keep that rolling in Oxford, Mississippi this weekend.
Yeah, current form for LSU coming off a series win against Tennessee, but did, as you mentioned, drop that midweek game to Bethune-Cookman. For Ole Miss, the Rebels won a series against Florida for the first time since 2022. So, again, they're playing better baseball right now. But, look, you've done well in the SEC. I'm not going to completely judge you off that midweek game against Bethune-Cookman, a team that is going to be in the NCAA tournament, as Jay Johnson told us yesterday. So it's a great opportunity. It's one that you feel like when you look at what's ahead still on your schedule, you need to go out there and you need to be successful. So looking forward to it. I think it's going to be, I don't know, what do y'all think about the environment that it's going to be? We know baseball crowds already, like when LSU comes to town, it's already turned up to whatever the highest level is. But just with the Ole Miss and the LSU back and forth, Alondra, I'm going to assume this is going to be one that is going to be probably the best that they've ever seen in that venue.
Probably so. Just like with all the Lane Kiffin stuff going on, they probably just have a hate for LSU in general. I mean, they're both kind of middle of the pack right now, so both teams trying to make something happen and work their way up in the standings because Ole Miss 5-7 in the conference, LSU 6-6, but so both have something to be working toward, right? So both in the middle. Matt mentioned they just came off a win from Florida, and LSU, great win over Tennessee. So I think it's going to be a good matchup. LSU's the better hitting team over Ole Miss, but Ole Miss does, I think, have the better pitching depth than LSU does. They got 390 strikeouts on the season already, and Hunter Elliott is elite and has been for a couple years now.
Strong to quite strong.
Yeah, 3.79 ERA, 60 strikeouts. I think for Kaysen, the key tonight is to start in control and to not have to find that rhythm late in the game, because while LSU is the better hitting team right now, they have a 288 batting average. Ole Miss has a 235 team average. They do have some power hitters with Tristan Bissetta hitting 14 home runs on the season right now, and Judd Uttermark has 13. So
Judd Uttermark.
Judd?
What?
I might have said his last name.
I don't care. That's Ole Miss.
Uttermark, I don't know.
Either way,
yeah.
Uttermark's better.
So Tristan Bissetta and Uttermark, whatever you want to call it, they have 14 and 13 home runs on the season. So the key for Kaysen tonight is start with control, stay in control. Hopefully you can get deep into the game, because we know we can see 7 innings, 8 innings, 9 innings from Kaysen Evans. Right. So we need him to be on top of his game tonight. And we need Jake Brown and Derek Curiel to get up in there too. And hopefully get Hunter Elliott. If you take good at-bats, be patient at the plate. Don't swing at everything you see. Maybe foul some pitches off. You can hopefully get Hunter Elliott out of the game soon and get deep into their pen. But I think the key tonight is Kaysen Evans starting hot.
Yeah, bullpen's going to be huge because, like Jay said, he goes, we love the Tennessee frontline starters, but it's probably the deepest staff we'll face. Ole Miss has a bullpen. Yours is going to be good. I'm be interested to see Stanfield and Seth Dardar. What happens with them this weekend? Stanfield re-injured his hand. Obviously, Dardar got hurt at first and second on Tuesday night, which was wild. Because if they're out of the lineup, like there's a big hole out there and left. Like, do you go Daniel Harden? Do you go William Patrick? Who do you go to second? Like that's going to be something big to watch.
I found it interesting yesterday what Jay said to your point, Alondra, about control. Control from the pitchers. No, limit the free bags because he said Ole Miss is a good power hitting team. They're going to get some.
Yeah.
He said they are going to rip some balls, and with that ballpark that they play in, he said it's a little bit not as thought of as Tennessee's for being a short ballpark, but it is just as short.
Yeah, Swayze's not a great field.
And he said that we just can't. We got to limit the free bags because they're going to get one every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
We got to limit the free bags so there's not runners on base. So I found that interesting from Coach, but which is to your point, that has been when we've gotten issues this year. It's been because of control.
The free bases.
And we looked at the Casey Evans stats. He wasn't his strikeouts to walks was a good ratio.
Yeah.
But they just all come in clusters.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the clusters of walks together,
Yeah.
hit by pitch.
Yeah.
Real quick, last note. Ole Miss 12th in RPI right now. LSU 73rd.
Oy, that's ugly.
73rd in RPI. That's
And
not
they're still-
typical.
This could be a
And the record's
big, big series for them to win.
It could. I mean, you got to get that up. Obviously, that's the obvious statement. But we're not used to seeing LSU. Now they moved up. I think they were 75. I think before last. But
This is when midweek games start to matter.
yeah, that's a
You can't
great point.
drop to Bethune-Cookman when
And
you're
that's what-
69th, 7,
Yeah.
whatever.
What Jay said?
RPI.
What week was it? He was like,
It was
guys,
against
Grambling or Southern?
it was Southern.
You can't lose this game.
He said this is a must win.
Yeah.
So, all right. Before we take this break, I always want to remind you about our friends over at Bayou Automotive. BayouAutomotive.com is the website. They've got Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford. They've got something for everyone. It's also easy. You buy a car in Baton Rouge or surrounding areas, they'll bring it to you from LaPlace. If you buy a car and you got to have routine maintenance on it, they'll pick your car up, give you a loaner car, take your car to LaPlace, work on it, bring it back. Tell me where you get that anywhere else. You don't. It is always going to be, though, the case over at Bayou Automotive. Check out the Black Widow packages as well. I am incredibly thrilled. I don't even mind driving. I actually like driving because I get to drive the Black Widow Jeep around town. You can check that out on the website as well. Again, they make it easy. They're there for you. BayouAutomotive.com, BayouAutomotive.com. All right, we'll have a little Ask the Bench. Get those questions in the chat. We'll get to as many as we can. Brought to you by Dos Equis right here on OTB.
Before we go break, real quick, sorry.
All good?
I clearly messed something up on the live sheet. There's no live right here, just for a heads up. So,
Got it.
ask the bench next.
Off the bench.
Everybody get up.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Welcome back in. Don't forget our friends over at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. GetGordon.com. GetGordon.com is the website. You go to the website, see what they can do for you in the courtroom, what they've done for past clients in the courtroom, what they also are doing in the local communities. You can find that at Get Gordon's always going to be the handle on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, any major social media to see what they've got going on throughout the state of Louisiana. Speaking of the state of Louisiana, put your area code followed by 888-8888. And you get in contact with Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Get Gordon and get it done. All right. There's a lot here. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Jake, with Usher and Chris Brown announcing a tour together, are you going to the show if they come to NOLA? Sounds like I need to be there. A little Ursher. I'll go see a little Ursher.
I mean, Chris Brown's got some bangers
He
too.
does.
Got me
Ooh,
through middle
maybe
school.
that's
How you
terrible
gonna
phrasing.
free window? Yeah. I know
That was
what you
really
did
bad
there.
phrasing. I didn't
You
mean
didn't
to do
mean
that.
to. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Who does Flynn think killed JFK?
Lee Harvey Oswald, duh.
That's what they said. No, it was the government in some form or fashion.
Yeah, there's no
For whatever reason, whether it was to cover up something, to tie up a loose end. Maybe he was about to change some policy that was going to make people less money. Something.
Yeah, the government did it.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Will the Kiffin hate spill over to baseball?
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Lil. He's a good dude, though. He swept him last time he was there.
Ask the Bench. With her suspension, has Alondra learned not to open the phone lines again? We're going to open them up. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Can Hester debate Mr. 3 to 6 on air on topics like midweek games mattering, football, scheduling conflicts, where'd that go, etc.? Yeah, I could do that. He had to come in the morning, though. I'm on in the afternoons. I guess he's kind of on in the mornings, too.
We only debate the important stuff, like what's better, golf or soccer. You know what is the best, though?
What's the lock of the weekend?
LSU to sweep.
Sam Burns.
USA being awesome.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GoTommies.com.
Hey,
GEAUX. Tommies with a Y.com. GoTommies.com. You'll clearly see the difference. I cannot read that, sir, on air. When you go to the website, again, you can check out past client results, testimonials, the whole deal. But you also can see the awards that they win. I mean, Angie Super Service Award every single year, right? I mean, just hang the banners. Also, best windows in Baton Rouge this year in the Advocate. That goes to Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. So it's not only award-winning, it's incredible customer service. It's somebody that cares about the local community. I mean, remember, Tommy is a former member of the Golden Band from Tigerland. Who doesn't want to work with that? I'll do it every single time. Tommy and the team, GoTommies.com.
Yeah, great people over there, great staff, great craftsmanship, and everything that they do and touch and install, lifetime warranty on it too. So if you have a project, make sure you call them and let them show you why they win award after award after award. GoTommies.com.